Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Shay, your local numerologist. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, share. Make sure that you leave your experiences in the comments below. I do read all of your comments, and of course, happiness is always the goal, right? You guys love my heart. So anyway, we're picking some random digits today. I hope that you guys are having a very good new year. So we're going to pick two cards. I kind of want to do it a little different. So we got these, and I got my little cards back out. That one looks like it belongs. So let's see. Oh, that one looks like it belongs. So let's see what we got going on here. Okay, 52. And the 5 is in reverse, right? A couple things that stand out to me, the 5 being in reverse definitely represents a fear. And then with the 2 here is, wow, Spirit is saying fear of emotional connection. Wow, I was going to say spiritual connection, but a lot of times they kind of go hand in hand, right? It kind of runs on the same wave. So yes, I get some kind of fear of emotional connection. This could be what I get is that it's from a lot of uncertainty, being betrayed in the past, things like that. Again, like I always tell you guys, we have all been hurt, we have all been betrayed, we have all been backstabbed, but we don't all heal from it. And so you guys have to make sure that you are putting forth the effort to heal from those things that happened in the past. And I'm going to tell you this as well, that your healing is not dependent on someone else's karma. So what I find a lot of times, especially in the tarot world, sorry y'all, but it's just true, is that people are waiting for others to get their karma before they start the healing process. Like, oh, I'll feel better when this person goes down for the things that they've done. So I do just want to point out that everybody's karma is not going to look like you want it to look, right? Somebody's karma for running a stoplight, right, isn't necessarily going to be like, hey, you know, somebody else is going to run a stoplight and hit them. It's not necessarily the karma. It could be a ticket. It could be them losing their jobs. It could be going to jail. It could be a bunch of different things. So you don't get to determine someone else's karma for mistreating you. Which brings me to the subject of vengeance. Um, it is really not your job to get vengeance on other people. What ends up happening is you are kind of living in this negative energy. I mean, they make shows about it, they make movies about it, but in real life, just making this effort to avenge some wrong is not the right way to go. So you guys want to make sure that you are living life to the fullest, healing from those things, and then moving on from them. So the 5 and 2 is 7. Of course, 7 is the year that we're in. Happy New Year, y'all. And 7 is about truth. 7 is about reevaluation, right? That's the reason it's about truth. Because once you look at something in so many ways and so many times, unless you're having a ridiculous bout of cognitive dissonance, which I talk about a lot because people are, you should get the truth, okay? So that is important. Let's pull a couple of trinkets. So, fear of emotional connection. And you got 2 leaves. These are 2 pretty big leaves based off of the ones that we have in my little trinket stash. Most of them are kind of small. Okay, so what do we know about fear? Doing things in the presence of fear, right, is courage, is bravery, right? So Spirit is asking you guys to be brave and make those moves you need to make. 5 is one of those numbers that are all about change, right? So 5 is this number like, hey, anything could happen type energy. And when you think about the fifth house, which the sun is in, it describes our personality, and kind of like our ego, sense of self. So you guys have to be careful with this, I don't know, I want to say kind of like convoluted sense of self. Some of you guys may be too egotistical. Some of you guys may lack a little bit of self-esteem or self-worth. Don't ever get on here and think that I'm telling you that you don't love or care about yourself. I know that you do. I know that you do. Probably the reason why you ended up here. But a lot of times when it comes to life, we get so devalued in life. Just so like, oh, I grew up, this person didn't care. I got in this relationship, they didn't care. Everybody just uses me for whatever. So maybe I should avoid relationships altogether. That's what I feel here. And it's not that you haven't been worth great things all along. It's just that when you accept shit from people, and during our childhood, we get what we get. But as adults, when you allow people to treat you any kind of way, they will. They just will. And it's something that you have to recognize as being wrong, but also recognize as you're not going to always see this person get their karma, right? Recognize it as, hey, I deserve better relationships. And you do. You deserve better relationships. You deserve people who are going to treat you right. And Spirit wants you to take action. I'm getting so much fire energy here. So much fire energy. So we talking about houses. The second house is the second house belongs to Taurus, but it's Venus energy. So Venus represents the second and the seventh house, which we have both of those numbers here. So that is important. So when we're talking about those houses, we're talking about love, and we're also talking about money, like foundational things that help you live a better life, right? So I do get this vibe that there's also a fear of improvement, and a fear of success isn't uncommon, right? We do fear either it's not going to work out, or maybe it's going to work out too well and we're going to lose the people who are close to us, or maybe we're scared that we're going to change, or become this unacceptable person, or become the people that we, I don't know, don't like the most, right? I do think that that is also something important to recognize, because as I said before, five does represent fear. So there is a fear of personal and interpersonal relationships that you guys do have to identify and move on from. Shit, I lost my pen. All right. So let's flip over these cards, see what we get. Okay, so we get the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is coming up in reverse. Okay, so this is what I'm getting right now is that the cause of this Nine of Cups being in reverse is the energy is like you have been fearful of things, so it doesn't allow you to enjoy things. Some of you guys feel guilty for having money or having things. Some of you guys feel guilt for your success. And I don't know if that means that you have trampled over people in the past, or you have gotten there and kind of left people behind. But one, I'm going to say everybody can't go with you. Two, you have to enjoy life. Remember at the beginning of the video, happiness is always the goal, right? When you are fucking over other people, though, it doesn't make you happy. So that's never what I mean. So happiness is the goal, and Spirit does want you to enjoy life, but in a way that is conducive to your destiny and your goals. Right? Then we have the Seven of Wands upright. So we have 7 coming out here again. 7 of Wands represents like spiritual protection. 7 of Wands represents having all these issues, but being able to handle them. So clearly, Spirit believes in you. Your guides, your God, whoever you celebrate, they believe that you can do what it is that you need to do. And one thing that I do like about Venus is that money and love kind of fall on opposite sides of the coin. I don't know any other way to describe it. But Venus kind of represents that balance between the two because it represents both of them together. And so I want you guys to figure out what money means to you and figure out what love means to you and come to a conclusion where you can work both of those things together. A lot of times in life, we have skills that don't match, right? Or at least in our heads, we can't get them together, right? Like I'm a numerologist and I love to write, but I like to write fiction. I'm not a fan of being all serious and shit. But you know what I'm saying? Maybe I could get into it. Who knows? Bottom line is, how do I put those things together? You know what I'm saying? So you guys have to um, balance those two sides of yourself, balance those skills that you have. And yeah, let's pick them. I'm gonna pick a couple rooms, 2 rooms per po. What we got here? Thursdays. And what we got here? What is this? Wunjo. I was feeling Wunjo. I don't know why. Thursdays is like a thorn. I mean, it literally means thorn. And it's about conflict. I'm feeling a huge conflict here. It means a few things, but conflict is what is coming out. And then Wunjo means joy. Joy, happiness, pleasure, celebration. Wunjo is all the good things, right? So, what are we talking about here? What are we talking about? Having some kind of conflict with joy, which is why, again, the Nine of Cups is upside down. It is below. I don't know why I use the term below. That shit is weird. Um, but what I'm getting right now, right, is that you should reject those things that don't work for your psyche. Reject those things that kind of take away from your vulnerability, that take away from your spirituality, that take away from your personal development. Get rid of those things. And I also get this message to heal from the pain, from the hurt that you've had. Stop crying over spilled milk. Um, One thing that I learned, and I'm going to always tell you guys, it's always going to be easier said than done. But when something bad happens, it only hurts one time, right? And then our consistent thinking of those things is what elongates the pain. And so it's not that I want to tell you to stop thinking about it, but again, I'm telling you to heal, right? Heal from those things. Um, then over here, we have what? 5 of Wands, which is conflict. I think I saw that when I was shuffling this deck. And then 2 of Wands upside down, which is 2 of Wands being stuck in a position. So conflict is causing you to be stuck, and Spirit wants you to take action toward your joy. All right, we making good time on this. I'll get you guys a final message for the number 52. I definitely hope that helped. What final message should I give for the number 52? Spirit, final message for the number 52. We got 2 cards. I lied. This I lied. Justice. Okay, we was talking about Venus and Libra. Okay. And then we was talking about the 2 of Wands and we got the 3 of Wands. I'm just saying. So a couple things is that this is what I was talking about with balance. You need to learn how to balance those things out. for yourself, which is love versus family, or not love versus family, money versus love, or your foundation versus family. It's like the physical things and your emotional vulnerability need to come into balance, right? Spirit is opening up this opportunity for you to move forward, and that is what the Three of Wands is about. Turning your back on bullshit situations. And the Three of Wands is like this energy that your ships have finally come in, but you have to take that step to get on that boat to move on with your life. All right, so that's all I have for this number 52. Coming to the number 7. So, yes, make sure you guys like, subscribe, share, put your experiences in the comments below. And as I told you guys before, happiness is always a goal. I will see you next time.